Good morning, barangays. Barangay Taraki. We're here. It's a new year, and our guest right now is one of the. They operate one of the longest travel and tours. He has been a banker, and now engaged in travel and tours and one of the prime movers of tourism in the Cordillera region, specifically in Baguio and Benguet. Now let's welcome Mr. Ricky Eslap.
Esguerra.
Esguerra.
Esgala. Hello, good morning. Naimbag nga morning kada kayo amin ako. Nice to be back here at Taraki TV. So, to all the viewers and listeners, a blessed New Year. Kinyayo amin.
So let's start the gun off siguro. Manong, Sir Enrique, what do you think is the outlook tayo ti kotata the 2024 tourism in particular kat di Cordillera kasi we're trying to beef up di kotata, di ba, the whole region. Kasi amo tayo mag Baguio no paminsan no kasto nga seasons it's already saturated eh.
Correct.
So really we have to promote even us from social media and of course the media. We're trying also to promote right now the other areas of the Cordillera region, which is also very viable. It's not only Baguio that you could visit. Nagato
Right.
na panan may di nga napipintas, but it's not that developed yet. But still, there are lots of potential. So what's our outlook 2024 and the years?
Yeah, 2024 is really a year, like say a year of the dragon. 2024 in terms of tourism industry, we are actually expecting a lot of possibilities, opportunities, and this involve the dynamic potential of our tourism sites, especially here in the Cordillera. Not just in the Cordillera, but the entire country, Philippines. One of the aspect that I am looking into it is the the probability of promoting tourism sites
Mm.
with the use of technology, which is the social media.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, it has an advantage and a disadvantage also. Why? Because not all social media promotion and marketing
Yes.
are actually realistic.
Ah.
Some are just doing it, how do they call it? Like editing or
Mm.
doing something to make it more attractive. But in reality, it's not.
Ah.
So that's also something that I considered as a negative impact or disadvantage.
Mm.
I cannot promote the digital tours or digital uh, guiding,
Mm.
or we call that virtual, sorry.
Ah.
I cannot promote the virtual guiding and virtual tour because it's always nice that you going to
Yes,
have the
yes, yes, yes.
possibility to see
Oh.
in reality the places in order for you to appreciate well.
Oh.
So for us who's been in the industry for quite some time, we prefer to sustain
Mm.
our quality service and the quality package that we have. This year, 2024, is very challenging, but we are actually giving our best shot to deal with the needs, specifically the service, which is some of the tourists are not budget. Some tourists they are looking at the convenience, they're looking of the quality tour packages. Not all are actually craving for a budget tours. So we are actually on that client who are actually looking for what do you call this, a quality package and convenience on their tour. That's what we are after this year,
Government
2024.
and private really have to work hand in hand.
Yes.
Because in the Cordillera region, aside from Baguio, our support services are not yet that good in the other
Correct.
regions. And so
That's
we really have to encourage more investors or more businessmen to enter into this business.
Yes, I believe in that.
Because, I mean, more of the Cordillera region, our primary, except for Baguio,
Yeah.
our main source of livelihood so far na recognized is still farming and mining.
Yeah.
But
yes.
when we went around, or we could see during the pandemic, Kurt, the group was going around also,
Mhm.
and that was only Benguet, but we could see a lot of potential places in just in Benguet alone, ha?
Yes,
Na,
yes,
ano,
yes, yes.
we're not talking about
The entire
the,
Cordillera.
the surrounding provinces.
Yeah.
So it's the outlook of tourism within the Cordillera is really big. I mean,
Correct.
that it would also what's this? The income generation in the future probably would match mining and in Benguet, mining and farming.
Correct,
Oh.
correct. That's true. It is also it has a good points also. Manong, you told a while ago regarding the collaboration of the government and the private sector. The government and the private sector needs to collaborate well if they wanted to sustain tourism
Yes,
in,
yes, yes.
in a certain place. Like here, Benguet is actually very potential. We do have a lot of possibility to promote tours, sites and sites. I mean SITES and SIGHTS. So we have a lot of sites, SITES. But the problem is, are we ready to make this something very interesting to the tourist in order to become a very attractive sites, SIGHTS? So what are you going to do? Now, we have to get ready, especially the local people in that certain community. They have to be ready in accepting tourists, no matter how beautiful your community or your village. If the local people from there, local community is not ready, it's hard to promote.
Probably kasi because there are in the past there were ills of promoting tourism. A lot of our kailans are still adamant. Baka mapasukan na tayo. It might become different. Aduti dumayo. But on the positive side, I mean, it could also improve the community.
Yes.
Because I think I mean, I believe it would work. It's still hand in hand.
Correct.
If we also teach our tourists that these are the cultures and this is the culture there and these are the do's and don'ts,
Correct.
probably they could understand
Yes,
how
yes.
they would deal with the locals. At the same time, the locals dealing with our either domestic or foreign tourists would also benefit. I mean, like for example, the spillover effect of tourism is more also of
Yes.
like for example, after farming, they could do weaving.
Yes.
Then we try to bring. I mean, we try to make alive again something
Yes.
that was dead, which is our weaving industry.
Yeah, I
we
agree.
have we have a lot of handicrafts that could be brought up again, and probably our local talents, our artists would again be encouraged to
Yeah.
do their art because there are tourists or the influx of domestic or foreign tourism would be sufficient for the community to earn by itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh, yeah, I was ano na, I mean, it's really so far Benguet has not yet fully appreciated the full potential of tourism for the
Correct.
province, and I think what would be the plans of your group and the tourism sector in developing our these areas?
Yeah, actually, from our association, it's called the Association of Travel and Tours Management in the Cordilleras, Incorporated. Is actually we do have a lot of plans for this year.
Ooh.
My team, okay, all my colleagues in ATIC, we called it ATIC as an acronym. We're looking into something that would benefit us all, and that is actually not just promoting outbound tours, which is outside the Philippines destination, but we're trying to eye some inbound destination that are potentially marketable, especially here in Benguet. We have so many potential destinations, but the issue and concern here is how are we going to promote this? The private sector, our team ATIC, we are all aware and amenable that we cannot do alone
Mhm.
promoting this destination. We need a collaboration with the government, specifically with the Department of Tourism, through the leadership of our regional director, Jovi Ganongan, and of course from our provincial tourism
Yeah.
officer headed by Kuya Eli Carias is also important also with the support coming from the our governor to the vice governor Benguet to look into it, the potential of Benguet to be promoted, especially the one in charge for the tourism, uh, board member Nazaro.
Nazaro,
Yeah.
yes.
We do hope that we would be able to collab and make it something that is really viable for us to promote, because ATIC is very much willing to have this promoted one at a time. Then after Benguet, maybe other provinces or the entire Cordillera, the entire 6 provinces of the Cordillera region. We wanted in as much as possible to be proud of promoting this Cordillera region because it's really potential.
Of, do we already have, or was it already proposed, our tourism roadmap for the next 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah, usually for us, I'm speaking in behalf of our company. I do have several tour packages. Okay, and I'm sure some of my colleagues from ATIC have also their own tour packages. For me, I created something that I can connect the one province to another province of the Cordillera region.
Okay, wow.
Because we do have also some accessibility. There are some road accessibility. That's actually the convergence between the DPWH and the Department of Tourism. when they created accessibility of the road from
Oh,
one
yeah, yes, yes,
province
yes.
to another to connect. So I guess that's one thing that is very, very potential for us to promote because of the accessibility.
Mm.
We do have also various tour packages that would benefit the interest of a tourist. So we have like bird watching,
Wow.
okay,
Oh,
for the adventurous tourist. We do have also more on heritage, more on cultural heritage, more on the arts,
for
local artists.
for our no, for our audience, how do we define or how many types of tourism are there so that at least what do you think all this because of tourism kasi data that's only
Yeah,
backward,
they only
but
know.
now we have diba, we have like health tourism,
Exactly,
adventure
yeah.
tourism.
There's a
Eh,
lot.
can you please elaborate more on that and what potential areas in Benguet have these
Mhm.
potentials?
Okay. Definitely, Manong, hantay kasama ti cruise ship because we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
sea
yeah,
here,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But of course, one thing, like for example, in terms of pilgrimage or the
Mm.
faith tourism,
Yeah.
we do have also potential sites for to pilgrimage here, especially we do have old churches. We have some Jubilee churches, part of the Jubilee churches in the Cordillera. Some from Baguio. We do have also one in La Trinidad, the San Jose Church. Okay, so Cordillera is also potential in terms of pilgrimage too. Adventure tour. We do have a lot of
Oh.
adventure tour because we are in a mountainous area. We have a lot to explore, especially if you're a nature lover.
Yes.
There's a lot to promote and there's a lot to showcase in the Cordillera region. The other one is the heritage.
Mm.
That's the reason why our Banawe rice terraces became part of the Eight Wonders of the World. It's simply because of its heritage. We do have also culture and arts.
Mm.
We do have that culture and arts tourism. We do have that very potential on Cordillera. We do have also the health and wellness. We do have that also health and wellness tourism. We could be part of it. We do have also the mangantako, or we call that the gastronomy
Yeah.
tourism, or we can be part, or we can promote also tours like we've been doing here in the Cordillera.
Oh.
A chance for you to to uh, to experience the local delicacy
Yes.
on how they prepare, and each provinces of the Cordillera
They have.
they really
They
have
their
they have
own-
something that
yeah.
distinct from one
Yes,
another.
yes.
So again, masyado tayong kumbaga we are very competitive. It's just that I think it's just the cruise ship that we are not could possibly contribute, but the
So-
entire types of tourism types we do have in the
So
Cordillera.
we're looking at if you're this type, we have this. If you
Correct.
like for example, I think the that hasn't been really explored so much, the pilgrimage tourism, but we already have one in Mount Santo Tomas. I mean during
Yeah.
the 13 but
That's
we
right.
have other areas pala na pwede. So even
Very
you
history also, very
oh.
historical din ang Cordillera.
So your group could also promote other provinces in relation to what the visitors want.
Exactly, Manong.
Oh. So wait, we'll be taking a break and we'll be discussing more. Takal ka na talaga na sa potentials. We're back, Katarakis. Yeah. When we were off air, we were discussing slow food. This is more of kwan pala kasi nga Jay the opposite of fast food. And as Sir Enrique was saying, there are lots that we could promote here in the Cordillera region, not only in Baguio and Benguet, but the whole Cordillera region. So probably we could discuss what slow food is all about.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, slow food is actually one that is being introduced to the people. Uh, the, the the first benefit that you can get from slow food, of course, other the fact that it is the opposite of the fast food.
Mhm.
Slow food would help you uh, experience culinary in a way that you're going to enjoy every food that you're going to taste or eat. Okay, the process of this is one at a time. It's not eating to rush. It's a process of appreciating uh, the very natural way of cooking the delicacy with not so much of chemical ingredients or whatsoever or preservatives. It's more of something that would benefit your health. Slow food is already being known all over the world. in some part of Europe, it's being introduced. In the Philippines also, we've been participating with this. The Cordillera specifically, we have a slow food area in the province of Kalinga.
Mhm.
Okay,
Ah.
so they are part of the slow food and they've been attending. So this slow food is something that is pleasurable, something that is so interesting because you're going to have the chance to appreciate the local delicacy of a certain village or community. And one thing for sure is it could help. The bottom line here, the common denominator of it is that you're going to benefit your health. Your health is being benefited to this.
And actually, me and my family, once we go out, we don't look for fast foods. We look for the local dishes because
Correct.
you visit the place.
Yeah.
Let's try to appreciate what their food is. Nako. And it would be an experience also with the kids, like my mom and my dad were telling me before. And now, once I visit a place, I would also
Correct.
teach my children, oh, in this place, in Pampanga, it's here, masarap
Correct.
the chicharon,
Correct. That's
it's
true.
nice, it's nice learning and
Yeah.
eating
Correct.
the local types of dishes.
That's true. It's not only in the Cordillera. We like for example in Region One because we
Oh.
have branch in Pangasinan.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of Region One. We do have the culinary tour
Mm.
package. This is actually the many ways of uh, making dish out of bangus. Okay,
Yeah.
the bulungan bangus. Okay, we do have also the natural way of doing. This is from my my hometown also in Pangasinan, which is Calasiao.
Mm.
The very natural way of doing the puto Calasiao.
Yes, puto. Oh.
If you notice it, it's really uncomparable to any other puto from other places. The puto Calasiao is really something that has no preservatives totally. That's why it cannot last long. Okay. Here, for example, in the Cordillera, we do have some local dish that we were able to taste from the mountain provinces,
Mm.
from the Ifugao, from the Kalinga. They're very, very aggressive also in promoting their local dishes. Like for example, if you heard about Inandila, this is actually in Barangay Naning in Tabuk City, province of Kalinga. The Inandila is already in a good presentation already. So you're going
Yes.
to delighted to taste it because it's really very interesting and fascinating presentation. We do have also some the process in mountain provinces wherein they have this also maximizing the the chicken and the different ways of cooking the pork. We call that itag or that's another term.
Kiniing.
Kiniing. Okay. In Benguet, we enjoy the different highland vegetables.
Yes.
It's really very nutritious and very what do you call enjoyable to experience the highland vegetables that you can actually experience it, and you have many ways of doing it. So you see, culinary tourism is also part that's something Cordillera to be proud of.
No, going back to Calasiao, from the puto na white,
Yeah.
they innovated already, flavored.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was presented a basket before.
With the different color
with the
po,
different
yes.
colors po.
Yeah.
That comes about because people or the locality has to innovate.
Exactly.
So that would encourage more also the Cordillera region to innovate also. I mean, once this really is promoted, gastronomy. I mean, the food industry in the Cordillera would really develop also through tourism. So that is really a very big. Tourism is really a very big factor that would help develop a community.
Correct.
Kaya hopefully our Kailians here also would try to grasp that generally tourism is not that bad because what they see This in Baguio, traffic. This in Baguio,
Correct.
ti babastos nga turista, but not all eh.
Exactly.
Others are there to appreciate the place and feel the
Correct.
community. I think that's one thing that we should also promote, like what you were saying a while ago, that there should be inbound tourism, so that
Yes.
the the locality will see the advantages also of
Yes.
what tourism is all about, and how it could bring economy
Yeah.
of of a locality or the province into a different plane. Kasi here we tend to educate ourselves, at the same time educate our tourists. So
Correct.
it's a two-way process.
Yes.
Then once the economy comes in, uh, aside from there are spillover effects of tourism, and it is not only you as uh, within the tourism industry that is benefiting. Even the community could benefit, as long as
Correct.
there will be very a holistic approach to the tourism industry in the Cordillera region, or within our locality.
Yes.
So going back to our 2024, do we see more? Because yeah, I think we had a problem already last week with Baguio and Benguet. Oh, what are probable solutions to our current problems like traffic? And I mean, in looking at it, looking onto these problems from the tourism angle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in my own opinion, although I know that traffic, it's really hard to ease on traffic, but in my point of view, traffic would be lessened if we are going to, promote to our
Mm.
tourists to utilize the local transportation that we have.
Yes.
Okay. So just imagine that we only have few parking areas, and if all tourists coming up to Baguio will bring their own car,
Yeah.
where are they going to park it? And all of them will go around Baguio, La Trinidad, and some are not even familiar with the roads,
Yes.
so that cause some traffic, that cause some like accident also. So you see, this is something that, in my point of view, we could probably ask our
Mm.
tourists when they check in a hotel.
Live.
They just leave the transportation
Yes.
in their hotel and utilize the local transport. We do have a lot of local transportation group
Mm.
in Baguio who are DOT accredited, where you can utilize them for their service of transportation. That's one.
Mm.
Number two is that if they're not familiar with the roads, they just don't take risks, but rather utilize a travel agent to book their tours through a travel agent and a tour operator, so that it would be easy for them to, like for example, in my case, when I promote Atok Benguet,
Mm.
I use a different road going and a different road going back.
Yes.
Okay. If there are, of course, most of the accommodation are in Baguio. So coming from Baguio, we have to use the road. It's called Lamot Road.
Mm.
That's actually going to Ambuklao Road.
Mm.
So we'll take the Lamot Road going to Atok, wherein you're going to passing through Lamot Road, and then Tublay,
Ah, yeah.
and then go straight to Atok.
Atok.
On their way back, we're going to use this Tomay Road, La Trinidad,
Yeah.
and at the same time you can drop them to Strawberry Farm. Okay, something for them to experience also some tourist spots in La Trinidad, Benguet. Okay, so I was able to create a tour destination, a tour package program that would benefit the municipality of Atok and the municipality of La
So
Trinidad.
what we are saying here, Sir Enrique, is it could be more cost effective than a DIY tour package.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I mean, if I'm not familiar with the place, my gasoline,
Totoo.
my time.
Paisa yan.
The most important there is the time because sa time
Correct,
travel, sayang di oras mo you only have 2 days siguro. Average 2 or 3 days to stay. The 1 day maibos in the just going.
And of course,
Oh.
if you are using your own cars, so other the fact that you are also additional cost of traffic,
Yeah. Tama.
cost of delay also. Why? You're not familiar to the places.
Yes.
Jeda duma, amok dito nga papanan amok.
Oo,
Yes,
oo.
but the truth of the matter is that you don't even know the story behind that place.
Yeah.
You know how to go there.
Yes.
Especially, it's crazy that you see in a certain social media post wherein they say, "Oh, I like this place in Baguio," but actually that's not in the city of Baguio.
Yes.
It's because they do it on on their own. So they did not utilize a tour guide service.
Mm.
So they did not use a tour operator to create their tours. So nobody's guiding them, telling them that this is the place known to be like this and like that.
And we have trained tour guides
Yeah.
here, huh?
We have trained tour guides also.
Including the history.
Yeah, we
Oh.
do have a Bliss tour guide.
Oh,
That's
okay.
actually another group of tour guides. We do have also Car to Go
Uh-uh.
or the Cordillera Administrative Region Tour Guides Organization. So they can utilize this because that's, imagine you're right, Manong. You stay here for
Yes.
a limited days.
Uh,
Ijay lang pagbirok mo ti lugar nga papanam.
Yeah.
Damag ka dito, okay? Then you try to ask how to go to that place. And then you have to explore it on that day.
yeah.
So you're going to spend a lot of time, you're wasting a lot of time rather than booking it in a tour operator and let the tour operator give you a full detailed package with a good quality service and the destination with a quality time, then you would appreciate it more.
And at least the tour package should be pre-arranged. I mean, there will be already a
The
certain
itinerary
number,
is already no backtracking.
Yes.
We try to limit the backtracking. We try to showcase which are actually very important to see by the tourists. So the tour operator could do that. If
There-
you're going to
there
do
are
it by
other-
yourself, no, I don't
There
think
are
so.
other tourists kasi, diba, they base it on the popularity of the area. But like you said a while ago, no more backtracking because you
Yes.
cluster it. So that would minimize already the time spent on the road,
Correct.
but more time on the site itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's part of
Oh.
what our group of tour operators, my colleagues, we normally try to arrange a better itinerary. We don't have to bring you to a place where we know it's not possible.
Yes.
Okay, especially we do have a lot of roads wherein we have to consider also the size of the vehicles. So these are the things that only the tour operator and a tour guide from Cordillera could advise you properly.
Going here to La Trinidad a while ago, I think I noticed in the bridge there was already a sign to Tublay.
Tublay,
To,
yeah.
Then I was wondering, oo nga pa, going there, tapos going
Yes,
up
that's
to
true.
Aurora Hill, and
Aurora.
instead of taking this road, the main highway,
Yeah.
which
They
would take you
are-
about how many hours? Diba?
Correct.
If on a traffic basis. Oo.
Kaya, like for example, when I do the Atok tour, I usually do the Lamot Road, no traffic at all.
Oo.
And coming back, normally it's not rush hour in the afternoon, not so much traffic in La Trinidad. So I was able to minimize the traffic, but I was able to maximize the destination.
Oh, yes. And also, I mean, our tourists would try to, I mean, they could see the other side,
Correct
not
po.
just the main
Yes po.
roads or ano. And it's also a scenic spot there. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
scenic
yeah.
highway.
The Lamot Road has a lot of scenery spots that are actually being appreciated by our tourists, and a lot of our tourists were amazed because they haven't seen that road.
Oh,
Not unless ako na nung nag-DIY kami definitely handa na kita
How
diay.
much would it cost, the tour package?
It depends on the number of people.
If,
Like-
say, 4 to 5?
Yeah, because the lesser people, the higher the cost. Because
okay.
the transportation is being paid
Mm.
per unit basis and not on a per head basis.
So it's better pag van type.
Yeah, if it's a van and you
Oo.
can maximize the number of capacity,
Oo.
like 8 to 10 people,
Yes, yes.
you pay most likely about 1,500 to less than 2,000 pesos per
Wow.
person. But that includes the
Yes,
transportation, the lunch, the entrance
plus
fee,
lunch.
the environmental fee. So it could be more affordable.
Oh.
I cannot say cheaper because
Yeah.
our guests are not cheap. So I consider it affordable.
Oh.
That's the term. We can give them an affordable price if they can maximize the capacity of that transportation.
And for me, I'd rather pay an extra for convenience
Correct.
than getting stuck in the traffic for 30 minutes to 45 just
Correct.
from KM3 to
Yes,
to, when you could pass Bellamont pala. Oh,
And then you can always give an extra destination kung maluwag yung oras.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh.
that's the reality kasi there is a guide
Oo.
who can actually lead them in places na pwede nilang yung ibang ang tawag nila pang
Instagrammable.
Instagrammable daw, mga ganyan. So, tuwan-tuwa
Yeah,
sila.
yeah.
So,
Oo.
that's actually the advantage of having a tour guide. That's also an advantage of letting a tour operator, legit tour operator, to arrange your itinerary in order to maximize your stay in the Cordillera, especially if you have a limited days only to stay.
Yeah, and it will promote also local entrepreneurship.
Correct.
On the positive side, kasi there are lots of people saying, hindi naman lahat kami kumikita dyan sa tourism eh.
Tama.
Pero by now, if these guys would get accredited also as tour operators, tour guides, edi sideline, di ba? At the same time, the economy is growing.
Exactly.
Oo. On the right angle,
Yes. That's also one thing. And another thing that also just experience of last year, sometime in the first week of December, we have a tourist group, and they were complaining about the destination, why it's closed down. But that's a problem because you did not consult a legit tour operator, so nobody advised you. Then you just traveled there, parang bahala na attitude, kung bukas o hindi, then don't complain. Not if you, because the advantage of getting a tour operator service kasi Manong is that, number one, the quality of the tour.
Mhm.
Number two, the right information.
Yes.
And number three, some sort of precautions and reminders. And we are capable of creating an alternative.
Yeah.
Like for example, if the Northern Blossom is closed, we have Sakura Farm. We have the Sakura and Heights Park. If this place is closed, we can suggest something alternative so that your special and your special and precious time will be
Yes.
maximized.
Yeah. Kasi there are times na yun nga, what if? The
Sarado
problem is, you didn't inquire eh.
Yeah, that's why they have this DIY does not have any right to complain or make some unnecessary
Yeah.
words against the area because they did not course their booking or they did not ask the legit tour operator to create the itinerary.
So, we'll take another break and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. So, for now, probably, Sir Ricky, I think it's good to tell our audience what Esgala is, what you have to offer, and likewise, the nature of the industry, your industry, the tour operators, tour operation. Because most people, they don't like it's now that we come to know nga atagaman kasi inbound you, and you help a lot with the mobility also of the people or the local tourists in the local area. So probably you could explain or expound more on what is Gala, what your company is doing right now, and what it offers, and likewise, let's discuss more about your packages also, and uh, how mobility in our area could really be maximized. Na, ano. So we're giving you the floor to explain Esgala this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manong. Okay. First of all, if you want to establish a traveling tours, usually I always advise three letters lang yan, SIP. The SIP stands for hindi yan sip-sip or what. SIP stands for, the S is actually, ito yung sincerity. If you're really sincere with what you're doing, people will appreciate you. Okay? The second letter is I, which is innovation. Dapat lagi kang may something na pasabog. Meron kang something that you try to innovate, something to create. So that's something to look forward to. Yan. And the third letter, P, is dapat passionate ka sa ginagawa mo. The passion. This is the way of showing that you really like what you're doing. If you have the sincerity, innovative ka, and you're passionate of what you're doing, you're going to succeed. Esgala, now we're looking forward to our 24th year of operation. And ang branch namin sa Pangasinan is looking forward to its 22nd year of operation. Siguro, other the fact that we're so thankful to our Almighty God kasi siya naman yung great provider, okay? As I said, I always said na if not for God and not for our Almighty God, our great provider, then we're not going to sustain. The reason why we're sustaining this business, it's because we're doing the right thing. What is that right thing? You do something, you do everything in a professional way. Never just to collect money, never just to earn at the expense of other people. You have to be transparent. You have to tell them exactly what you are offering. You have to let them know the quality of tours that they're getting it from you. Sometimes, one thing that most of customers complain to a certain travel agency, it's because of non-transparency. Hindi mo sinasabi lahat yung mga inclusion, so they're expecting too much. For us as Gala, it's always our way of explaining and orienting our client of what to expect, of what they avail from us. Giving them also the potential way of understanding that this is what you're going to gain and expect if you avail this against the other option. Of course, the price varies depending on the inclusions. For us, we've been always giving and educating our client on how to be practical, not to look at the rate, but to look on the inclusions and the service. For us, our repeat customers are actually makes us being sustainable in this industry. We always appreciate them, and being a wholesaler of the Philippine Airlines, we appreciate also the support of other travel agency whom we consider them a valued client and our sub-agent. We're not just dealing with a walk-in. We give also protection to our sub-agents. That's why we were able to sustain them with more than 300 travel agencies that we are supplying all over the Philippines, that trust and confidence is there. To our valid corporate accounts, the reason why uh, they stay with us, it's simply because Esgala is giving them uh, a very distinct service. Kasi it's you cannot compete with a very cheap price or a very low price in a social media. We cannot compete with that. We are more on a traditional by giving them exactly what to expect, why we have this kind of rate, and most of our corporate accounts or clients are actually looking at something convenience, something quality. Then because they can afford. Okay, uh, we cannot compete with a very budgeted tour packages simply because we don't want to lower the standard of our service. Esgala Traveling Tours is, I guess, it's a family. It's my wife, registered under the name of my wife. We both work hard. We don't just let our staff do the hard works. We make it a point that we are compensating to each other. We try to organize things the right way. We try to give packages on the desire and the interest of our client. And of course, we know that this is nothing on this earth is permanent. So we know that this is a temporary. While we are still capable of doing it, then we are doing it. It's not because of not just for the self benefit, but we are also doing this in order to show it to the other, also to do the same thing, and we hope we could be an inspiration to others, especially those who are starting very new. Yeah, to let them know that you can stay long in the business for as long as you do the right thing. Yun po.
So what we're saying right now, Sir Rick, is there's really a very big potential for tourism in our region, and you're also encouraging, I mean, others to enter also this. I mean, it's not yet that saturated, no?
Correct.
And siguro maybe in closing, can we give tips to our audience on how to avoid scams?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a very nice question, Manon. Okay. The very reason why most of the traveling tours do not stay long or sustain, simply because of the scam. Okay. Alam na natin yung sinasabi nila or the so-called too good to be true.
Mhm.
If you see a certain tour package and it's so low that sometimes even you can't believe it, parang this price is too good to be true. And don't avail that. Be wise and be practical. Try to check it. Okay, because nowadays the reason why some traveling tours close immediately because they did something wrong. They're afraid to face the reality that they made something that they have to face it. So they just prefer to magtago na lang. They prefer to close. But of course, your integrity affected already. Okay, so for me, just do things very professional. Isipin na lang natin, let's just take it this way. If you are dealing with a supplier, you have to make sure that you settle your obligation to the supplier, because you don't know that the supplier is also having a hard time doing the business. And then if you're not going to settle your obligation to the supplier, kumusta naman siya? You're putting the supplier into risk and the possibility to close also, because you're not paying your obligation. It's always nice that you are actually doing the right thing in the professional way. Professionalism is very important, okay, in this industry. Of course, when you have a client and your client paid you, just leave that is due for you, and the amount or that the obligation due for the supplier, surrender and remit it immediately. Makakatulog ka na matiwasay. You sleep well, you are worried free because you are already settled. Plus, that client of yours automatically will appreciate the service that you did. And the client, once they become so satisfied with your service and they're happy with your service, I'm telling you, you don't need a marketing staff because they themselves will market you, will try to promote you to their friends, to their relatives, to their families. And that is the start of so-called harmonious relationship. You cannot have a harmonious relationship with your client if you are not doing the right thing. It's not just earning. Into this kind of industry, it's not about earning. It's all about establishing rapport to your client, establishing the trust and confidence to your client, and most of all, the sustainability because you are doing the right thing. And it's always nice that at the end of the story, when you finally decided to say, I'm going to stop, I think I need to stop because you're no longer productive, at least you will end up na wala kang tinapakan, inagrabyado ng ibang tao. So you have the guts and you have the privilege to mingle with them without hesitation because you didn't do anything na against them during the times that you were operating. So I guess it's just a matter of be professional and think of something else that later on you will be benefited when you do the right thing. That's Esgala Travel and Tours. And I'd encourage everyone who are into this business to remain humble, remain sincere, and be professional to all form of people, dealing with different people, and most especially, never destroy your integrity to the suppliers. When I say suppliers, these are the airlines, the accommodation sector, and all those actually related into tourism industry. We're not limited to hotels, tour package. We're not limited to passporting or visa assistance. We have so many things to consider in terms of tourism industry. We have the travel insurance. We do have this inbound tours, culinary, so many things to do. It's just a matter of learning the right way. Thank you.
So that has been one edition of Barangay Taraki. Till next time.